Hello, good morning, and welcome. Hopefully, you can all hear me. That's right, that stopped. I'll just bring in the reprobates, Peter and Keith. Oh, let's put it onto the right one and try that again.
You've already dumped.
Yeah, I'll get there in the end.
Yeah.
We go over to that arrangement because it's better. That's better. We got there. And so, welcome to everybody.
All.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good. We all seem to be working. Excuse me. Bit of a cough today, so I'll do my best to not cough into the mic too much. Right, so I'm going to put Peter and Keith into the background again. Yep, that worked. That's encouraging. Right, that's it. Right, so today we're going to be doing a platter with an insert in the middle. It's going to come in useful for a club competition in 2 months' time, I think. But this is a very poor example of it. It's just a piece I happen to have already turned, and with a huge knot in just there, great big hole, which I filled with black super glue. So I didn't choose the colour. Normally I would choose a more contrasting colour, but I had the brown one, so I thought I'd use it. Thank you, Keith. And I also had another blank which I'd already turned, which I was using for practicing texturing on a piece of ash, which is the one we're going to use. That's still full thickness, but the back is already turned, so we don't have to worry about that. We've done that so many times, it's not a big issue. So we'll be turning the top of it, letting the piece of acrylic into the center of it, and finishing it off. That's that time. The last week's one, I didn't get around to putting it on YouTube yet, but that's how it turned out. Turned out quite nicely. It's quite a good size, so I think that the person who commissioned it will be happy with it. So I should be making another one that I should keep for selling. So that was last week's, but as I say, I haven't got around to putting it up yet, so I thought I'd just show that I had finished it. Got that one out of the way over there as well. And we'll switch over to a different camera, which I think was that one. No, that will be the one we're using later.
Yeah, that's we don't.
That's that one.
That's the overhead.
Yeah, no, I'll do it from the end. Actually, we'll use that one.
Yeah, that's better.
Yep, that's it. So we'll just mount the blank on there.
Mm-hmm. You're not going to turn the acrylic round first, then?
Oh, that's what I knew. There was something I was doing that was wrong. Yes, indeed. And I've got a blank that I'm going to use to mount it onto, which I can put into the chuck. There we are. The piece of acrylic will be mounted on there. Good side out towards me, because that can stay on there when I put it into the hole in the piece, and then I can separate it off or whatever. It'll be fine. Okay, so let's get this sorted out. Got everything in the way.
Well, while you're getting yourself organised, I'll go down the list then, if that's okay with you, Peter.
Lovely, if you would, yeah.
Give everyone a quick shout.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, if you want to do it.
Yeah. Well, someone's got to do it, or it's easier. Right, first outsider in then is Rob from Copper Owl, followed by Todd at Glen Cove, Chris Dodds all the way from down under, then Greg Alexander, Roger Kent, Klondike's in. That's Lewis, isn't it? If I remember right.
Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer's in. And that looks like
Hello, Jennifer.
it's all at the moment.
Okay, it usually creeps up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll creep up as soon as we start.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Just holding this on to this block of view, which is a bit extravagant, but it happened to be something that was the right size. I can't get the backing off now. Yes, I can. That's one. Just double-sided tape is the most effective way of holding it on.
Well, you don't lose any depth, do you? And you don't
No,
gain any depth, so you know exactly where you are. But the acrylic blanks are about 3 to 4 mil thick, so it's not a massively thick piece.
No, that's why I did actually experiment with the other one, the piece of view, just to do it, because it's not a job I've really done before. Turning an insert, so I thought I'd have a little practice. Got it. Right, so get that as central as I can on there. Which is about there.
Yeah, hi, Lewis.
Oh, Stephen's in, the wood dude, as well as Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob, Stephen.
Hello there. Right, that should now be gripped sufficiently. I should just turn that around.
If anyone's dubious about doing it like this, you can always leave the tailstock up just to stop it, just to help you to start with.
Can do, yes. It's not with that centre in it, because it will make a hole. But in fact, it grips really nicely. I polished the piece of view quite nicely, so I know that the sticky stuff's going to stick to it. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a problem. We'll soon find out, won't we? And then, what did I do? Mark the size, somewhat roughishly. If I can find everything that I need, it would be good. Where's the centres? There we are. And that's going to be 0. It's going to be about that sort of diameter.
About 3 inches, 75 mil square.
76.36, so you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yep.
So I want to set that at, well, 35-ish.
I'd just turn it until there wasn't a flat on it, to be honest, and make it whatever size, and
yeah,
then reset it.
Because it's overhanging the piece of timber, I want to just cut a groove at about the right diameter, and then I don't know why I did that. And then I can turn that edge off without any worry about it splitting. I don't really want to do this either, so what I should have done is done this before I've glued this piece on, set there. About there, roughishly. And then, let's lock that in place. Hopefully that's gone on the line. Yep, it has. Good. Right, I'll just trim that edge now. It's funny, this stuff does vary, doesn't it? The other bit that I did on the experimental piece, I turned it all down all the way. It didn't fall apart at all.
I think
Which I
there's
was,
2 or 3 different resins in that pack.
yeah, which I was expecting it to do this time, but it didn't. Anyway, that's fine. So then we just need to know the size of that. Oh, no, it's raining again. Did you have that hailstorm? Was it this
Not got
morning?
to me yet.
We had a hailstorm. I think it was this morning.
No, we've had no rain up here. And I'm quarter of
It
an
was
hour away from it.
really, really heavy. Only for about 5 minutes, but it was really heavy.
No, nothing at all.
No, we just got a bit of rain now that sounds heavyish, but I can't actually see out of where I am. Right. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to try and prise that off of there now, while it's held in the chuck. It'll be easier. It's coming.
Jennifer's saying she had thunderstorms yesterday. Well, we had rain down here virtually all morning and cleared up quite reasonable in the afternoon.
It did, didn't it? Yeah.
And with that, Eric Winkler's joined us.
Hello, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric. Yeah, same as us yesterday. Rained in the morning and then cleared up in the afternoon.
Right, so that's that done. Just got to get this tape off of here.
And Alison's just woken up as well. So, hi, Alison.
Oh, she's come in, is she?
Good afternoon, Alison.
She was out when I started. So she's come in.
Crept in, eh?
Yep. Oh, right. It's got this stuff to now stick, doesn't it?
Yes.
Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, but it's getting the adhesive from the double-sided tape off of that. But it's there now. So, right, good. Chuck that away before I get it stuck to anything else I don't want it stuck to. And they tell you not to use scissors on that double-sided tape because it clogs them.
Yeah, I usually use a Stanley knife or something like that.
Yeah, they say better use
Craft
a knife. Or something similar. Yeah, this piece of timber has moved. It was moving while I was just trimming the back off and tidying it. You can't see it, can you?
Yeah, you can see it bobbling.
Can you? Yeah. So you probably can on that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was absolutely level yesterday, and it's too thin now to do much about that. So we'll just have to live with it.
So what's it going to be? A fairly wide-rimmed one?
Well, yeah, that's going to take up most of that recess. Yes, more of a platter.
Be a lot lower. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was thinking more of a platter.
More of a platter with that in the middle. Yeah.
And the bowl would probably come out probably there somewhere.
Doug Miller's just joined in as well. Good afternoon, Doug.
Hello, Doug. About a 50mm rim, I would think. Yeah. Would look about right on there.
As long as you don't go too thin, you could probably get away with it.
Yeah. Yep. Now, what I want to do is to make the hole for this piece first, because I think that's going to be a sensible way of doing it.
Right.
but I
think
need to know.
I would have gone the other way around. I think I would have turned it to 3/4 of the depth.
Yeah, I mean, I've got quite a bit. Where's my ruler? There it is. I've got about 26 mil thickness left in the middle.
Right.
So I can recess that down 20 mil,
Yeah.
18 mil, something like that. I can take some of it out. Actually, wouldn't matter. But I want to be able to work up to that rather than turning this, which has got a nice smooth surface on here.
Mm.
And I don't really want to start scratching and wrecking that if I don't need to. So I thought if I put it in first and then go down to it, it might work. I didn't on the other one, and you can see the result.
Right.
Clint
So
asked a question, Keith.
I
Did
know.
you see that?
Yeah,
No.
I did see it. I was just waiting for Andy to explain what he was going to do before I went back in there. Yeah, question from Clint to myself. Have you been able to turn yet? And how are you doing? I'm doing actually very well, I think. Should have had chemo tomorrow, which has just been cancelled because they haven't got my blood results back. I have done a little bit of turning, small stuff, but not a great deal because it's as much concentration issues as anything else. And I haven't really wanted to stand for too long either. So that's why you haven't seen me on here, or I haven't earworm for Andy, because 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, I'm in a different world. What with the chemo, it's funny stuff, but that's just how it works, particularly with what I'm on at the moment. So hopefully we're getting a result now. So I'll get to miss a week and then go back in next Wednesday for my next dose. But thank you for asking. I know a lot of you have been concerned and asked Andy.
Indeed, yes, which is lovely.
Which
It's
is
great.
really nice, yeah. Yeah, it just shows the community that we are.
Yep.
Norman Greenwell's just joined us as well.
Good afternoon, Norman.
So as normal, if anyone's got any questions, put them in there. One of us will come up with the correct answer, and two of us will come up with the wrong answer. Then it's up to you to check which one's which.
Yeah, it's sort of get out the good from the bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got the sense of humour. Don't worry.
Is that a good thing, or?
Well, it is as far as I'm concerned.
Of course it is.
Thanks, Clint, but it won't be a total healing I'm sure of that. I was actually lucky, according to two of the doctors, to see last Christmas. They'd written me off before Christmas, but there you go. Don't always get it right, do they? And it's a piece of ash as well, Jennifer.
Piece of ash, yep. That came from the Leconfield estate, which is the local one, Petworth House estate.
That sticks an extra couple of pound on it because you can put a name to it as well.
Yep. Yeah, a friend of mine has the dubious privilege of being able to cut trees down in there, looking after their forestry for them. And so he bought me a trailer full, which was really rather nice.
You've got 20 staring at you at the moment.
Good. Oh, that's all right. That's
Jennifer's
quite-
asked for the thumbs up if you would, guys, and I think that's quite a nice thing to do. There's only 8 showing on my screen at the moment. I've put thumbs up, but I'm not sure whether that needs rehashing. But if you could, or if you would like to put a thumbs up, I know Andy would really appreciate it.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
We're not playing for numbers. We never have done, but it just shows us that we're going in the right direction.
That's right, absolutely. It's sort of reinforcing that we're doing the right thing, or the right sort of thing. And the comments afterwards always help with that as well. I'm really grateful to all of you who make comments, who take the trouble to make a comment. I try and acknowledge them. Don't always manage it, but I do appreciate them. Just trying to get the bottom flat on this because I don't really want to. That's better. That's pretty flat. I think I can still go quite a bit deeper on it yet. Stick the depth gauge. Oh god, yes. I've still got 20 mil. But that's all right. That's not a problem. I'd rather have it that way than the other.
Yes, the -2 is not good.
No, it's not brilliant, is it? The timber itself has moved. It's quite significantly since I flattened it out, which is unfortunate. So it's not actually running very true around the edge, but we'll do what we can with that. I suppose I'd better just make sure this is still too big.
Mole Valley Maker's joined in as well. He's been lurking in the background.
You always get one, don't you?
Mole Valley Maker. Is that another Rob? No. Ray.
No, I'm just trying to think as well.
Yes. Is it Ray? Tell us what your name is.
Remind us, not tell us.
Yes, yeah, remind us. Yeah, I haven't seen him around for a while. Welcome anyway.
It's Dave.
It's Dave.
Dave.
Welcome, Dave. You had us all guessing then.
Welcome, Dave.
It is something I have a weakness with, his names, unfortunately. I'm just keeping on checking because I don't want to go wrong. But I know we've still got plenty of room, but let's just make sure. Yeah, that's down to about 15 mil now. I don't want to go much below 10.
No, because you've got a mortise in the bottom, haven't you?
Yeah, but the jaws of the chuck
Or
are
is that
into the
set?
mortise,
Okay.
and that's set to the front of the jaws of the.
Okay,
so it is an actual timber thickness in the middle there. So, but the main thing is that you know what it represents, isn't it? But I don't want to make it too thin at the bottom. It's already moving around a bit, so try and keep a reasonable thickness of timber there. Right, so remove some more off the surrounds.
Rex B has joined us as well. Afternoon, Rex.
Hello, Rex.
Twisted Pete at the trees is in as well now. So
Hello, Pete.
Hello, Pete.
whereas Chris
And Chris Glanville.
yeah.
Right, so let's have another look at that. See how we're doing.
Oh, it's raining hard down in Devon then.
Is
We've
it?
got that
Yeah.
on the way. Yeah, Chris has said he's been out in the rain all morning.
Right, so I've got 11, 12 mil. I should take it a little bit deeper, but not too much. It's probably better to leave some bit of substance on the base as it's moving around so much. I know the experimental piece I was showing you earlier, I've gone down to about 1 millimeter thickness left in the middle there, because it was already cut to shape.
Yeah,
Never a lot of choice about that. Oh, I've got to make that a bit bigger.
but you are adding to it as well. So
oh yes, yeah.
if you've got 10 mil down of wood left, you've got 14 mil base thickness.
Yeah,
it's about 4 mil thick, the acrylic that you're letting in.
It probably is, yep. That should allow me to get that in there, which it does. I'm very, very hollow, so that's all right. Ouch.
Didn't feel a thing.
Elbow
Nor
stabber.
did I.
Good, I'm glad I've got long sleeves on. A little bit more to come off there. And then I'll cut it to size. That's pretty good.
Alison's asked, do you need a plaster?
Nope. No, I've got my long sleeve jacket on.
And it's the right colour for that because it's maroon, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, correct.
Ah, Mr. Jammins just joined us.
Hello, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Right, now that looks pretty good. What thickness have we got left now? So I know what I've got to play with.
And Eric's just left you a comment. Thank you, Andy, for the great ideas for us to try. He's off to work.
Okay, well, enjoy work. Enjoy
Eric.
work as much as I enjoy suggesting things you can make. It's good all round. Right, that's going to be fine for that now. I need to make this fit, which is significantly bigger than that is. Okay. I could, I suppose, draw a line round on there, couldn't I? There's that, and then compass, and that was 70.56. Is that right?
No, it was 76, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's yeah, that's set to 0. It is about 70 now.
Is it? Oh, you dropped it back a fraction.
Yeah, yeah. But it's worth checking.
Mm.
Yeah, 70.6. So if I set the compass to 35, I can draw a circle on there, and I've got some idea where I'm going then.
Creep up to
So,
it.
Yep, absolutely. 35. That should give me a circle of 70. There's the centre. Yep, I'm nearly there. It's not far away. I'm glad that confirms that. I know it's not there yet, but it's quite a way out. Quite a way out yet, so that's good.
It's like getting the lid to fit to a box. Stop, start.
It
stop,
is,
start,
yeah,
stop,
yeah.
start.
Same sort of exercise, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really don't want to make it too big. There's that. No, it's still quite a bit too wide. Let's see what we are. Matter of interest, if I can get it. No, I can't. Do it that way around. Yeah, we're only about 66. That clears that up a bit. That should be nearly 70. It's about 1 to 2 mil. Oh, that's very nearly there. And then I found before that the easiest way of taking exactly the amount off that you want to is to use a skew, just the point of the skew. That one's not very sharp. We'll use that one. Like that.
Well, you couldn't see what like that was, but I think
No,
it
you
was
probably couldn't,
ear,
but it was
ear scraper.
it was a millimetre or less. Oh, that's actually. I'm just going to ease that fractionally. It's very nearly going in there. So it's just a question of being really careful not to go too deep or too big, too wide.
Mm.
And I find that this
Take
is
your left
the
hand
easiest
away
way.
first, Andy.
Sorry?
It's just show us how you're doing it. Now you can
Yeah,
put your hand over it to cut.
yeah.
cut
So
it.
I can hold it. I can hold it this way.
Okay.
But yeah, I've just got the thing up against the edge. Pull it back. Take an absolutely minuscule amount off. That was a fraction of a millimetre. Tip the gouge. Use the sharp edge a little bit just to scrape it. Anything to take an absolute minimal amount off. A little bit more. Ever so close. I find with these, you can see when you're working at right angles, you're sort of in line with the bed of the lathe.
Yeah.
I'm obviously being very cautious and just taking the tiniest little bit off.
You want it to fit, but you don't want it to
Perfect.
be too
That's-
tight that you've got to
No.
hammer it in.
Well, yeah, because then if anything expands, it actually causes problems, doesn't it?
Or
But no, that's
contracts.
that's absolutely perfect in there. So now all I've got to do is get it back out again, because then I can glue it. What I used for that, when I was doing the trial piece, was the Gorilla Glue Clear. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yep.
The clear Gorilla Glue. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how long it takes to set, because I could leave it earlier. I can't now. It's quite quick anyway. I can't see it. Printing's too small. I'll grip objects together for 2 hours. It grips before that.
Well, again, if you're unsure, you can always bring the tailstock up with a rubber cork on there.
Yep.
With the right centre on it, and hold it in.
Yes, which I will do, and then work up to it.
Mm.
Right, so I wanted that side showing. Grain's going that way. I think I'll go in line with the grain. Can you see that? No, you can't very well, can you?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put it back in. But the grain's going, the timber's going that way, and the grain, or the effect of the grain is sort of going vertically there. I think that's going to be the way to do it. It's going to look deliberate then. So let's put a little drop of glue in. Doesn't need too much.
Dr. Bob's just put on here. He's waiting to be called for his MRI scan in the Veterans Detroit Hospital. I'm in the MRI waiting room, and I'm pleased that the internet is so good here. I have to leave my tablet in a metal locker. So he's watching us on his phone, I would think. So best of luck for that then. But those scans aren't too bad, are they? I've had several in the past 18 months.
Yes, you've had more than your fair share. Yep.
Yeah. Yes, I could make up for quite a few people, I think. But I'm glad
good
they
luck,
did it.
Dr. Bob.
But yeah, like I
Yeah,
think gonna say, good luck, mate.
Yes.
Those MRIs are very noisy.
All the very best.
Yeah, I got offered cans so that I didn't hear the noise. And I said, no, I'd rather not have them stuck over my ears when I'm trying to lay still, because they weren't very comfortable. So I went in without it, and it wasn't too bad.
Right.
Yeah, when I had mine MRI, I had the cans on, and they played the radio through them.
Right, yeah.
But you could still hear the noise of the machine.
Oh yeah, it's not quiet. And Adam from I Love Woodturn has just joined us. Welcome, Adam.
Oh, hello, Adam.
Hello, Adam. Just a bit for your information. I used to actually build those MRI machines at one point.
Ah.
Well, there you go.
Did you forget to put the silencers in there, Pete?
You found a better use for them.
Yeah.
Inside the tube, it's all resin, and inside the resin is square copper tube, which they pump water through to cool it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the part I used to build, is put the copper piping round.
Ah.
Oh, there they are. So I thought I'd lost my scissors.
Yeah, and Mark's just joined us.
Hello, Mark.
Gentleman woodturner. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Just cut a little piece of that off so it doesn't scratch. Let's put this in.
Dr. Bob's just asked you, Pete, what makes them so noisy?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know the workings of them. I only put the tubes in.
Right, that's holding that. Now all I've got to do is get in there and smooth the timber down to the level of the acrylic.
Don't slip.
No, on the other one, I actually cut through the acrylic as well because I couldn't make the slot deep enough because there wasn't enough thickness left on that blank. The only trouble then is getting it flat again. Right, let's a little bit more. It's getting very close now. Lovely job. And that, I think, I can take a little bit deeper.
How are you going to transition from the rim to the bowl? Are you going to make a
Up the top here.
Yeah. Are you going to put a rim in mark on there?
I could do, couldn't I? That would make it more deliberate.
I think at the moment it sort of disappears from the.
It's a bit vague, isn't it? The trouble
Yeah.
is this is wobbling around so much. I'm not sure I can get the mark to look deliberate. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it really is
Right.
this is distorted like mad.
But even 2 inches in, yeah, you're not on the very edge. Come onto the top of.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah,
Yeah.
not too bad there. I could take it down a little bit more. There's still some thicknesses there, so I could actually take that down a little bit. You can hear that it's not hitting all the way around.
Oh yeah.
See how that's looking. A little bit more to come off there yet. That's better. And so long as I keep fairly much on the inside of that mark, I can get a line all the way around. In fact, I think I've got a line all the way around. Yeah, I'm going to do a thingy on that. Just there's a tool mark, which is convenient. Like that, you mean?
Yeah, I think that's just going to define it. Even
makes
if
it more
you
defined.
put a bit of Formica in there and burnt it.
Yes, can do that. I'm going to cut it from the outside a little bit more to get up to that.
Well, you'd probably almost sand that, wouldn't you?
That's better. Yes, that's better. It's got a slightly different chamfer, one side to the other, but not much I can do about that. I want to take that edge off because it's got a ding on it. This has been kicking around for quite a while, this blank. So I shall go that way at it. You can see how much it's moving. Fraction more, it's nearly there. No, just turning it up yesterday just to prepare the blank. I was getting thinner and thinner. I got it to run true. Came back to it a half an hour later, and it was all over the place again. So it's this just bit here. It's kicked in, which doesn't help. Well, that's that. All I want to do is to widen the actual bowl of the thing a little bit, I think, and run it from that mark inwards rather than leaving a nearly semi-flat bit.
Yeah, you could lose quite a bit of that, couldn't you? I think you still
Yeah.
want to leave the mark.
Oh yes, I'll leave the mark, but I'll run it from the mark down towards the centre, I think. And then, as you say, burn that. That's actually not looking too bad now. I can actually go a little bit closer to the mark than that, and then burn it.
Yeah, but don't forget burning does tear it a bit as well.
Yep.
So don't make it too tight.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Just tickle that up a little bit more. That's it. Right. Formica.
Oh, for your information, it's raining quite sharp here now. I'm
Is
quarter of
it?
an hour away from Andy.
Yeah, it hasn't got here yet. I've got all the blinds down. I can't see outside.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Just going to
Burning.
burn that.
Burning, that's what it is. Where's my bit of formica gone? There it is. I got it. Ooh. That'll stand up, that'll be alright. Yep. Time that's sanded, that'll be fine. It's gone quite shiny. Okay, so.
We've got a distinct bowl now and an edge.
That's right, yes. In fact, with the burning, it's got a very distinct edge. Too much. But that'll soon go.
Doug Miller's off.
Cheers, Doug.
No, he isn't. So you guys have got rain, sunny and beautiful over there in Kentucky. Yeah, there's no need to show off, Doug.
Yeah.
We were nice and sunny Sunday. We had a good Easter
We did.
weekend weather-wise.
You did, we're very lucky, yeah. Not bad at all, was it?
Still nice and sunny on the south coast here at the minute.
Yeah, oh, you're lucky, Pete. It's
Yeah.
It's hoonering it down here. And I'm what, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour away from you, Pete?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah, 35 minutes.
Yeah, so it's localised rain that we get.
It is, because you're only, what, 10, 15 minutes from me, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. I suppose
Well, I
that's
think
the
that's
problem for Andy and I being stuck between the North and the South Downs. It's got its own little microclimate up there.
Mm.
yes, it has. Yeah.
Certainly coughing better anyway, Andy.
Yeah, I should have had the extractor on, shouldn't I? But hey, can't win them all. I'm just going to try and make that a bit more blackened. That's better. That's better. Yes, it's on the end grain. It didn't want to burn as much, but that's fine.
It's
Right.
raining down in Bangor, Northern Ireland, or up in Bangor, Northern Ireland. So Norman Greenwell's just told us.
Yes, the weather is all over the place, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Supposed to be getting quite windy here, apparently, later on this afternoon.
Lovely.
Wind warning in force from 3 o'clock, I believe.
Just trying to smooth the edge over a bit where I altered it. That's looking rather nice, actually. I quite like that.
Mhm.
Can't be all bad. It's 120. That'll do. Oh, there it is. So I thought I had another bit of 90 somewhere. I might just have to go over the bit of acrylic in the middle once it's glued. But it was quite a nice finish on there anyway, so.
Do that, or run it all through the buffing system?
Yes, I can do that, yeah. Depends how bad it is, but it didn't look too bad when I started, so.
Yeah, it looks like you might have just touched it with the paper.
Yeah, that's why I'm going down through the grades and just going onto it. But it won't take long to sort out, if it is an issue. And then I shall finish it.
It's only an issue if you want to make it an issue, isn't it?
Absolutely. And if I finish it with Yorkshire grit, that will polish that as well. So that's all I did to that other one. Yorkshire grit, God bless it. But on that one I could leave it to for the glue to harden. This one being a demo situation, I haven't got that option. I don't need to go this far with sanding it, to be honest. With Yorkshire grit, I'll do this. Right, so that's that. And I did Yorkshire grit at the back anyway, so that's fine. I'm just going to run that Formica over it again. It's losing its colour in the groove. Go a little bit faster. That's better. That's better. Good. That feels nice too. Good heavens, whatever next. Now then, I'm going to take this away and have a look at what we've got. I think Yorkshire Grit's going to finish that quite nicely. So let's sanding seal it first.
So you're using acrylic sanding sealer on this then?
Yes, yeah, I did. No particular reason. That's what I used on the other side, so I thought I might as well carry on with it.
Yeah, you don't want to use the cellulose.
Sorry?
Because that would, you don't really want
Cellulose
to use
is the alternative, yeah.
Because that would possibly soften the acrylic.
It might do. I don't take any.
Possibly
not taking any
into the glue.
Not going to take any chances.
No.
They're both very good at their job, so there's nothing to choose between them on that. Did that cover it? Yes, it did. Oh, very nearly. Beautiful. So we'll just leave that spinning for a little while. Give it a chance to dry off and harden a bit. Yorkshire Grit. And I think I actually, what did I use? No, I think it's the microcrystalline. Yes. Not that it matters too much.
Right, you've got 20 watching and you're just shy of an hour in.
Oh, good. Oh, that's about the timing I was after, so that's encouraging. I'll just whack a bit of polish on and I can take it off the lathe and show it. That edge is so far out of true now.
Character.
Can't really see it, can you? But it's certainly moved around a little.
Yeah, you can see it from the overhead one.
See now,
see it, from the end on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an extra £5 on it for the movement.
That's right. No, I had it completely flat and true yesterday. And I came back to it half an hour later and it's gone like this. I thought, oh, that's where it stays. It's getting too thin now to do anything more about it.
Call it unique.
Absolutely. It's quite nice to use ash in its naked state. You tend to
actually quite a nice coloured piece as well, isn't it?
It is. Without lots of grain showing, it's got colour. Yeah. So.
Well, the brief that Andy had for this, or has used for this, is a competition piece at the Wood Club, and it was something with an insert, if I remember right, or two different woods.
Yeah.
Or two different materials. So rather than
a bowl or a platter, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, rather than using wood, which you could easily use, cut yourself an olive, an oyster, and put it in the middle there.
That's right, as you demonstrated about a year ago.
Well, no, it'd be over a year, 2 years ago now.
I suppose it could be time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, last year I didn't, apart from doing maybe 1 or 2 in January,
Yes, of
I don't
course.
think I did anything.
No.
So
And to
it's
forget there's
12,
that
it's
gap.
12 months.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, you can use either wood or anything in the centre. It's just that I'd got these
Yeah, you said you had them,
square
so I thought,
samples.
use them.
Offered one or two to Andy, and he come up and grabbed them and showing you that you
Right.
can mix 2 different mediums together to make something out of it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the finishing process is pretty much the same on either, so you can let your finishes overlap. I'm quite pleased. It's quite simple. I quite like that.
There's nothing to take away from the centre.
No. And yet the timber has got its own little bit of character to it as well. So yes, it's all nice. It's all good.
I think with a decent camera behind it, or a decent picture of it later on, you guys will see the colour in the ash as well.
Right. Oh, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. I shall buff it later, but for now, that will be a finish. Okay. Take it out of there. Come and sit myself down. Right, there it is. So it's simple. I like that. I don't have a problem with simple. It matches me very nicely.
It's fairly uniform as well. You've got the
Yes.
bowl and the rim about the same width of wood.
Yes, by chance, if you like, because the centre was, excuse me, was very much decided on the size of the blank.
Well, you could have always made it smaller, but
Yeah,
seems a waste cutting and throwing it away.
Well, that's right. And in fact, I wouldn't want it too much smaller than that. I think that's
No.
quite balanced. No, I like that. That's come out well. Good. Let's bring the other reprobates back in.
Yeah, it still works. We just changed positions, Pete. That's all.
Yes. Oh, well, I don't have any control over that.
No.
Yeah, I should give that another bit more of a rub down. It's got, you can see slight sanding marks on the middle.
On the acrylic, which is why I say perhaps if you buffed it, that would probably come straight out.
I should try that. And in fact, the bowl part is not quite as smooth as the rest. I don't know why. I thought I did it all the same stuff, but I can put it. I mean, I've still got the mounting point on the back, so I can put it back on the lathe and just whip that over, and I'll put a photograph on when it's all done. And I should do one of the yarn bowl as well, just so that get things up to date. So there we are. That's that. Any questions from anybody?
No, we've answered them as we've gone through.
Lots of comments. Beautiful platter, Andy.
Yeah.
Rob,
Colwyn would call it a £10 feature. It's the uneven rim.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the but yes, the wood warping is a natural feature. It's not something I've done to it. It's just the way it is, and I don't have a problem
we can't
with that.
control.
No, it's like the other one that I was virtually on the verge of being thrown out. That black mark there was a flaming great hole, which I filled with the black super glue, and it became usable. So I'm quite pleased I actually was made to do that, just to try out the acrylic. So it's all good fun.
Yeah.
If you don't try anything new, you never learn anything, do you?
it's ideas for everyone else to have a play with as well.
Yeah, and this does it needs buffing. It's quite a it's almost a matte finish with little shiny bits in it. So I think the buffing will sort that out. Which I mean, everybody's seen buffing, haven't they? I could do it now. It wouldn't be difficult.
No, I think I'd leave it and let the glue fully
let
cure.
everything cure. That's right. Yep. But no, that'll come up really nice and shiny without any dust at all. This one I did do on the buffer, and you can see, the shine is there.
Hell of a shine in the middle there.
Yeah. So and it'll shine the acrylic as well as the timber. So good. Okay, doke. Well, if we've got no questions, no more comments, we'll call that it.
No.
Cleared them as they've come through.
Good.
So,
well, I'd like register my thanks to Peter and Keith. Thank you very much, both of you.
My pleasure.
No worries.
And it's always good to see you anyway. And I shall look through all these comments later on. Just having a quick glance down, but sunny and beautiful in Kentucky, that's too much information. Yep. No, good. People seem to like it anyway. That's the main thing. It's always encouraging. Good. Okie doke. Well, I'll say goodbye. Push the button and
exactly
bring it to an end, and that's just over the hour, so that's not bad at all. So goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, cheerio, everybody.